Now, there's no doubt you've heard of Venice and of Cannes, but what about the London Film Festival? It may not be as well known, but the festival, which is in its 61st year, is seen as a celebration of emerging international talent. One film which has been featured this year is Wajib, which loosely means social duty and is the story of a father and son relationship in the Palestinian territories. Shortly, I'll be speaking to the director of Wajib, Annemarie Jacir, but first, let's take a look at a clip of the movie.
احنا حابين نكون في الواجب ونعزمك على عرس مع انه بنعرف انك تقدريش تيجي بس الواجب واجب.
يسلموا ايديك. الله يخليهم لبعض.
تسلمي.
لو انه ابو جابر بعده طيب.
الله يرحمه.
تعيش. شو كان منيح، يحب كل الناس.
كيف توفى المرحوم؟
نوبة مسكين. كان مروح من الشغل وصابته على درج الهم هذا. كان كتير داير باله على حاله. لا كان يدخن ولا كان يشرب. كان كل يوم يمشي. الله يرحمه.
خلي لك الموجودين.
تسلم.
Okay, let's speak to the director of the film Wajib now. Annemarie joins us here in the studio. Good to see you, Annemarie. The film is interesting. It's got a couple of themes in it. It talks about duty, wedding invitations, and the relationship between a father and a son.
Yes. It follows this Palestinian tradition, which I discovered is a tradition in many other places as well, of hand-delivering. The men of the family are expected to hand-deliver the wedding invitations. So it's a father and son. The son lives abroad, and it's his wajib to come back and help his father in this task of delivering the wedding invitations for the sister's wedding.
And actually, what we discover in the film is they develop a volatile relationship, but do they resolve their differences by the end of the film?
Well, it's about that. It's about two people who are now adults. Son is now a grown man. And I think two people who have made different decisions in their lives and how they want to live their lives and are trying to, as family does, have such a great love between them, but so many differences, and trying to find a way to resolve that and to be together and still be respected for who they are. And you know, the whole idea of you know, I like the idea of them delivering invitations, which is also about the two of them spending a day together in a car. Two people who have not said a lot to each other in their lives. They've not said enough. And now they're, you know, you can't escape when you're in a car with someone.
And dealing with generational issues, cultural issues. Let's just have a look at that clip that you talk about in the car.
حضرتك ساكن مع سلمى؟
اسمها ندى يابا.
أهلا بيجوا عندكم؟
طبعا. أبوها فهمان كتير. لف العالم.
مساكين هذول جماعة المنظمة. حياتهم صعبة.
حياتهم كانت كتير صعبة.
وعائلة ما عندهنش مشكلة إنكم ساكنين مع بعض؟
ليش تيكون مشكلة؟
تخيل أختك كانت ساكنة مع فراس قبل ما تتجوز.
وإذا يعني؟
إحنا مش هيك.
الدنيا تغيرت يابا.
You know, when we look at the Palestinian territories, there's always a sort of negativity and conflict. I mean, what do you hope that people will take away from this film? What do you hope they'll learn about being Palestinian?
Well, I think that, you know, for me, what I'm interested in is just normal life, day-to-day life. And so this is just about a middle-class family and a broken family. And how they live. And I'm interested as a filmmaker also to see people on screen that I know. You know, I think it represents for me, you know, it's fiction, so it's, you know, the reality, there's poetic license, but I wanted to represent, you know, the people I know.
Tell us about the film festival, because as I mentioned in my cue, it's not hugely well known, but it's been around for decades.
Yeah, and it's the second time I've been at the BFI festival, and I love this festival. I think it's such a great program, and I feel very, very honored and this year to be in the competition with Wajib. It's really special, and what I love about it is that the audience is here. You really feel that they love cinema.
And you know, you as a female director, that's also been something that's highlighted, that you know that they haven't had too many female directors enter the competition.
Yeah, that's a problem, right? At all the film festivals, Venice, Cannes. I mean, it's an issue, but I think the BFI is actively doing something about it, which is really great.
Do you think it's being dealt with across the board in the industry?
I think in certain places, yes. And ironically, you know, being an Arab filmmaker, like it's you know, I'm not saying we don't have problems, but we, you know, if you go to Arab film festivals, there's so many, like half the films are directed by women. And then you go to like Venice this year with 21 films in competition and only one directed by a woman. So I think where there's more of an established film industry, it's still an issue that needs to be dealt with.
I do think it's quite interesting that you say in the Arab world you've got a lot of female film directors and producers.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is it because, as you say, that the industries in the Arab world maybe isn't as established, so it allows people, you know, younger talent to come in?
I think that's absolutely it, because when you know, we're all on the same playing field, and in places where there's a much older film industry that women have traditionally been left out of, I think it's harder to break in. For example, in Palestine, yeah, we're on equal ground. I mean, it's more, you know, we're all doing something together.
So it's fascinating. I really look forward to seeing Wajib, and good luck at the film festival.
Thank you very
Annemarie.
much. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thanks.